Well, back to news now. The large number of layoffs at the U.S. Department of Education is drawing different reactions.
And WGN's Brona Telmety is joining us now with those responses. Brona.
Good evening, guys. 1,300 jobs were cut Tuesday at the Department of Education. The president today doubling down on that dramatic downsizing, showing little remorse for those presented with pink slips.
I do. I feel very badly, but many of them don't work at all. Many of them never showed up to work.
President Donald Trump talking today in the Oval Office about the slashing of 1,300 jobs Tuesday within the Department of Education. The workforce now down by almost half since the start of the year.
Trump doesn't do hard, important things. He does easy things to score political points. And so this doesn't really make any sense to me whatsoever. It'd be funny if it wasn't so sad.
Speaking with WGN last week, former Secretary of Education Ernie Duncan says the money coming from the federal level helps with things like free lunches, assists children with special needs, and pumps billions into loans, allowing kids to go to college. The Federal Student Aid Office and the Office for Civil Rights, including their regional building in Chicago, most affected by the latest cuts, per multiple reports.
Last night, number 47 wreaked havoc on the Department of Education. We have to protect public education and the children that need it the most.
The Chicago Teachers Union amongst those reacting to the news today as they continue trying to hammer out a new contract amid the chaos. Education Secretary Linda McMahon stating last night the layoffs are an effort to shrink bureaucratic bloat, with the president's goal being to eventually shutter the department.
We're going to move education into the states, so that the states, instead of bureaucrats working in Washington, so that the states can run education.
Duncan says that notion of sending power back to individual states is built upon a false premise.
As you probably know, 90% of funding already comes at the local level, at the state and local community level. Only about 10% of the funding comes from the federal government. And so the action is already in the states.
Now, there does seem to be a lot of confusion about what's cut and not cut going forward. The Board of Education telling us today in part, ISBE has not received any formal communication from leadership at the U.S. Department of Education or guidance. ISBE received an informal communication from a career employee indicating that the entire State and Grantee Relations Office has been reduced. This office provides guidance and support that helps Illinois and other states receive federal funding. And that statement goes on to say the board is deeply concerned and will seek further clarification from the department so that families can have information they need about what's happening to the more than $3.5 billion in federal funding expected here this year. Well, live in the newsroom, Brona Telmety, WGN News.
All right, Brona, thank you.